Let's talk about the Atlantic Division 2025-26 season previews. All right, so we're going to go
division
through.
of death.
It is the division of death. I absolutely agree. We're going to go through every division or every team. We're going to go from where they ranked in the division. So we're going to start off with Boston, and then we're going to end off with Toronto at the top. So without further ado, let's hop into the Boston Bruins, who last year finished with a record of 33, 39, and 10 for 76 points. They were dead last in the Atlantic Division. It was a really rough year for Boston last year. It started off really bad with the Jeremy Swayman talk, and then obviously they fired Jim Montgomery. They trade away Brad Marchand. A lot happened, but they go into the next year. They draft James Higgins. They go out, they acquire a lot of interesting players. You have Arvidsson, you have Izemont, you have Janot, Corrali are the guys who they acquire. Then they let go of guys like Cole Coep, Parker Weatherspoon, Jordan Esterly, Jacob Lauko, and then not a lot of other big guys there either. So Boston, in my opinion, I fear probably could be a little bit better, but I fear they're going to be about the same.
I think it'll be better than last year, definitely. 100%. They're not going to be a bottom 5 team next year. I will say that confidently.
Yeah.
However, Boston is the most polarizing team in the Eastern Conference because you don't know what you're going to expect.
Definitely.
Either Boston is either going to be as they were last year, middling, not great, or they'll be in the wild card hunt.
Yeah. I don't know. So I do want to preface this. I have them, and I'm just going to say my standings placement now. I have them 8th in the Atlantic, but I have them 25th.
Okay.
So I think that should really tell you how, just insanely stacked this division is. Because I think even still, I look at Boston's depth. I'm going to be completely blunt with you. It's bad. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's worse than it was in years prior. It's just not good. I feel like this team is going to really struggle to score next year. I don't think Fraser Minnen's going to come in there and be this dynamic player. I don't think Arvidsson or Janot or Izemont are going to suddenly make up for the team's scoring. And not only that, too, you want to have Marchand. That's a whole other piece that you're missing for a full year. So it's all going to be relied on for Pasternak to carry on that offense. I like the defense. I think if McAvoy and Lindholm can stay healthy, that's a good blue line. And then I'm hoping for a Swayman bounce back. I am hoping for a Swayman bounce back year. So we'll hope that happens here heading into this coming year, but not very high on Boston. I think they're about the same, I fear. So who's your MVP?
Pasta.
Yeah, it's got to be Pasta. I think there's really no other option there to go with. Who is your sleeper guy?
I have Kusendinov.
Ooh, good pick. I actually have Kastelik. Sleepy fourth liner. Sens legend.
Big Casty. Jesus.
Yeah, big Casty. I love Casty. And then your rookie. I think there's really only one or two options.
Fraser Mid.
There you go. Fraser Minnan is my guy. Yeah, Boston for me. Just not a lot of thoughts. Not entirely too high on them. A team that I'm also not very high on is the Buffalo Sabres.
I have the Bruins in 7th in the Atlantic. Thanks for asking.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot you.
I had them 7th, but I feel like they could contend to go up in that wild card race.
We've been doing this for almost 70 episodes.
However, if Pasta or Swayman go down, they're fucked. I don't mean to. Yeah.
We've been doing this for 70 episodes, and I still ignore you sometimes. I'm such a dick, aren't I? All right. Moving on then from Boston, let's go to the Buffalo Sabres, who finished 7th in the Atlantic last year. They went 36, 39, and 7 for 79 points. I see you pulling out that Febreze. They went out this past year. They acquired Josh Doan, Justin Danforth, Michael Kessering, Connor Timmins, Alex Lyon, and Alex Georgiev as well. We talked about that last episode. You also have JJ Peterka, Connor Clifton, James Reimer, Sam Lafferty, and JBD as the guys who have left the Sabres. Buffalo, I fear, is a year away from being a year away still.
Buffalo, here's the thing. Like, I just did this because it's Buffalo. They've been sticking for 13 years. But Buffalo, like, the team on paper isn't horrible. It's just that the depth is not there. Like, it's way better than Boston's. Their decor is nice. I like their decor. Forwards, I don't know if they can put it together, though. Like, on paper, they have a decent team. It's just that, first of all, this division is horrible. Like, the division is depth. Excuse me.
Pretty hard ass. Pretty ass.
Goaltending is still a big question mark, especially if UPL going down.
Yes. UPL going down. I look at the forward core. I don't like the depth. I like the offense. The top six is looking good, but like again, as you said, are they really going to be able to pull it together? Because there's always something that goes wrong. The decor is nice. I like the ad of Kesselring. Man, I don't know. I really think this team is still a year away from being a year away. And honestly, like their forward core, like they're really weak down the middle, especially if Thompson is moving to the wing like they say he's going to. Like, that leaves you with Josh Norris as your 1C.
Listen, Josh Norris is a great 1C when he's healthy. The problem is, brother is never healthy.
Yep. I don't know. I do know. I don't know. Who is your MVP?
Rasmus Dahlin.
Yeah, I got Dahlin as well. I really don't know with Buffalo. Like I really don't know. And it's not me being mean, but like I just look at this team and I'm like, they're not that exciting to me.
I want to see them do good though. I want to see Buffalo actually do something.
I do. I'm at the point where like I feel bad at this point. I almost said I don't feel bad.
Like I feel so bad. Like
for the fans, I feel horrible. I don't feel bad for the management at all.
No, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for Terry or Kevin.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for those people. All right,
I got two breakouts.
Okay,
I'm gonna let you say yours first.
My sleeper guy is Kesselring.
Okay.
So my rookie, whoever the hell makes the team. Like I there's no rookies projected to make it. Maybe Isaac Rosen. I don't know.
So on the episode we did with Bartner, I said Coolidge would be a breakout for the Sabres. So I want to put that out there as well. My other breakout, I have Josh Doan.
That's a good one. Yeah, Doan had a solid year last year with Utah. He's going to get a lot more ice time. I'm hoping for a breakout for him.
Yeah, so like new situation, like having something to prove. I think Doan's going to really thrive in Buffalo. Where do you have them finishing?
Is your two breakouts just making up for your rookie?
Yeah, I don't know who the hell made this.
There's really no rookies making the team. I have Sabres 7th.
I have the Sabres in last. But like you, I have them 25th.
Exactly. Like that's how deadly the Atlantic is. So there's that. All right.
But here's the thing. I could see a world where Buffalo is in the race.
I can as well. I will say that. I can as well. But I just don't know, like if
they can put it together, because first and also their coach is still Lindy Ruff.
It is. So yeah, and their GM is still Kevin Adams. So yeah.
Enough said.
Enough said. Exactly. All right. It's time for the Red Wings. 39, 35, and 8 last year, 86 points, a struggling year last year in the Atlantic Division. They went out. They went to fix some of their problems. We'll see how it works out. They went out. They acquired James Van Riemsdyk, Mason Appleton, Jacob Bernard Docker, and John Gibson. LeBlanc, you have the double Fabrice. Why?
It's that decor. It's that decor. It is just still so bad. Like I know they got Gibson, and Gibson's a great ad. They got him for a great price.
Yes.
It's Sider, Edvinson, Sherratt, JBD
on their depth.
Travis Hamonic.
Yeah, there's
Travis Hamonic.
I have to mention him. Yeah.
The decor still frightens me about this team. Like, Detroit last year offensively was one of the best teams in the NHL when it comes to special teams.
They were, yes, 4th in power play. But you want to know where they finished penalty kill?
Dead
31st.
last.
No, 31st. Yeah. They weren't that bad.
31st. Okay.
Give them some credit, LeBlanc. They weren't last. Give them some credit.
But
yeah, you're right.
And that's why that's where it comes in, because this division, I don't know if you know, the Atlantic Division teams got penalized the most.
Yeah,
they were on the power play the most out of all the 8 teams. The Atlantic Division gets the most chances on the power play. And when you play those divisional games against teams like Toronto, Ottawa, Tampa, Florida, who have really good power plays, you need to stop it. Because you don't win those divisional games, you cannot succeed in this division.
Agreed. Absolutely agree.
And then going back to their forward core, their top 6 is great. Bottom six, I still got questions. I still got some questions.
I'm a little more lenient on the bottom 6. I love the top 6. Top 6 is awesome. Bottom 6, I think you have guys in there who are going to play games this year, like Carter Mazur will see some time. I believe Nate Danielson will play. I think that we're going to see some guys come up into this lineup who could produce offensively and could be solid. I don't hate the ads of JVR and Appleton. They could be decent third liners. So there's that. Defensively, I like it. I like their depth chart in terms of goaltenders. I think that's good. I think they have solid goalies all the way down to their third string. Like, I think you can rely on them. But the defensive core, as you said, is pretty rough. It's looking like as of right now, you're gonna have Sherratt and Seider on that first pairing. Johansson, or I'm missing Edvinsson in there. Sherratt and Edvinsson on that first pairing, or Seider and Edvinsson on that first pairing. And then you're gonna have like Sherratt, JBD. It's not looking pretty. I don't know why. Why is he not on the depth chart? Anyway, it's from training camp. Whatever. Yeah, it's not a very strong decor. I feel like even depth-wise, they're not that deep. And you don't want to bring ASP.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he's ready for that. I don't think he's ready for it yet. I think he's a year away from being there. Like, he's 1 year away from being an NHL regular. I don't think you want to rush a guy like ASP, especially he's an offensive-minded defenseman. So you don't want to rush him into that, and you don't want to end up. I'm just put this very frank. You don't want to end up like Tyson Barrie.
You don't. You do not. I think he does. I think he will play games this year, though. So
yes, I think at the end, like after the deadline, he'll probably get in there, or maybe like in January or late December, he might get in there. ASP has a ton of potential. I really do like what they have in him, but you don't want to rush him.
You do not. Who is your MVP for the Wings?
I put Dylan Larkin.
I put Seider.
Okay.
Because a certain somebody will kill me if I don't. Sleeper / breakout.
Marco Kasper.
Yeah, I have Kasper as well. Another shout out would be a guy like Elmer Soderblom as well.
I also want to shout out Edvinsson. I think he's going to have a good year this year.
I agree. Rookie of the year, I believe. Who did I go with? I'm looking at my list. I went with Nate Danielson.
I don't know if he's injured or not, but Carter Mazur got the call up last year. I think you expect him to get some time in there as well.
Yeah, he played one game and got hurt at the first shift of that game and was out for the year. That just sucks. Bad luck. Some of these players have bad luck. Where do you have them finishing?
I want to put this out there. Detroit is good enough offensively to make a stride. They're bad enough defensively to not take that stride. I had them in 6th in the Atlantic, but I could see them finishing. I could see them getting a wild card spot.
I do as well. I have them finishing 6th. I can also see them getting a wild card spot, but I have them 21st.
Okay.
In the league. So there's that. Yeah, I just think there's a lot of things that need to go right, especially on the back end, that need to happen. So I don't know.
And I want to put this out there. I almost put Detroit over Montreal.
Ooh.
I was this close to doing it. This close.
Oh, well, we're hopping in to Montreal now. Montreal last year finished with a 40, 31, and 11 record for 91 points. They were fifth. They made the playoffs. They lost to Washington in round one. It was actually a good series. I will say that. They went out. They got some guys. They went out. They acquired Noah Dobson. They also got guys like Joe Veleno, Zach Bolduc. They let go of guys like Christian Dvorak, Joel Armia, Emil Heineman, David Savard, and Logan Mailloux are the guys who are no longer on the Canadiens roster. So, LeBlanc, you had the Febreze out there for a moment. You want to discuss why?
I had for a minute. I was contemplating, but I'm like, nah. Like,
okay, he was contemplating where they're putting the Febreze out there. All right, Montreal is always a hard team to talk about because we have opinions.
I want to have a very strong opinion here. I'm going to say it into my ring here. Without Jakub Dobich last year, Montreal might not make the playoffs.
Ooh. I don't know.
So, Montreal's biggest problem last year was they couldn't defend. And they went out and got a defenseman who is offensive minded as well. So, I still have questions about Montreal's decor. The decor is not bad at all. It's decent. They got Lane Hudson back there. They acquired Noah Dobson, the guy who I was referring to, who's offensive minded defensive. They got Caden Gooley back there, who's no slouch at all. And after that, Mike Matheson. I mean, sure, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm not writing home about the decor. In net, Montembeault, I'm not sold on Montembeault. Dobich should be the backup. I think he came in and saved their season basically. Offensively, though, they have some talent up front. They got Suzuki, Caulfield. Yeah, Demidov is coming in there. Slavkovsky, I'm still not sold on. If anyone needs to take a step this year, it's Slavkovsky.
Yep, I agree.
This team either is going to prove this was not a fluke, we're legit, or they're going to prove it was a fluke and they're just going to miss the playoffs.
I wouldn't say a fluke. I would call it like an overstep.
Like they kind of overachieved is the word I'm looking for.
Not a fluke, because a fluke I feel like would be something of the sense that like they make the playoffs and then they're dog shit the next year. I don't think they're going to be dog shit this year.
Like 2021.
That was a fluke. I think even Habs fans will say that was a fluke because it's not a coincidence that you just fall off a cliff the next season. Like that was a fluke.
Yeah.
But for me, whether they make it or not.
Yeah. But for me, Montreal has, so top six, like it. Bottom six, well, once again, like at most teams we talk about, I have questions. But I saw something on Twitter. Oh, the league's not ready for prime Kirby Dach. I'm like, I don't think Kirby Dach's ready for prime Kirby Dach. Like,
you need to stay off Twitter because that's not happening.
I do. I mean, I go out in the street and talk to actual Habs fans. So, but their center core is still. We talked about it earlier. Their center core is just, oof. It's Suzuki and the fellas.
Montreal. So last year, I agree with you. They had a pretty rough defense. Offensively, they weren't necessarily the greatest team offensively either. They had the 21st power play. Expected goals against, they were second last as well. So that's also something to keep in mind. Yeah, I'll start out with the forward core. I like the forward core. I got really no qualms with the forward core except for the center depth. I really don't think Kirby Dach is your guy, which is why we brought up McTavish earlier, which is why we brought up Montreal with McTavish. Besides that, I like the wingers. Bolduc, I think, is going to be great this year. He scored 20 last year on St. Louis, and really nobody talked about it. Veleno could be a decent fourth-line player if he is only a fourth-line player. Noah Dobson, offensive mind there, provided on an already pretty solid defensive core. I like the top four. Of Matheson, Dobson, Gooley, Hudson. I think it could certainly be better. You got to ask yourself the question, is that defense going to defend better this year? And with Noah Dobson coming in there, who was an offensive-minded defenseman and didn't have the greatest metrics last year defensively, I don't have a ton of trust in that. In net, Montembeault, I know they want to have Jacob Fowler in there. That'd be stupid for him to come right in there and play. He's going to spend a year in Laval. Yeah. So I want to say that I'm not very high on them either. I don't think it was a fluke. I'm just going to say that. I don't believe it was a fluke. I don't think that's fair to say. I do think, though, that this may have been an overstep last season. And a lot of the outlets that I've seen have Montreal finishing at 5th and outside the playoffs. And I am at that same spot. Now, I'm not saying that Montreal will be bad, because they won't be. They'll be a good team. But you got to look at what division you're in. You got to look at what conference you're in. And Montreal didn't do a whole lot to improve their problems. They didn't. I mean, like, Dobson will come in there and be great, but he's not like a defensive defenseman. I feel like they really needed a defensive defenseman. Maybe David Reinbacher comes in and plays games and is good. Hey, you never know.
Yeah, he probably could. I think he will get some time with the big club this year. You're actually lower on Montreal than I am.
Really?
Yes, but before we get into that, who's your MVP?
Nick Suzuki. Obviously.
Nick Suzuki. My breakout is Boldu.
I have Hudson as my breakout / sleeper. Not really a sleeper.
How do you break out? How do you break out from? Never mind. Anyway,
he wins the North.
I have Montreal finishing 5th in the Atlantic, but making the playoffs still.
Okay. I have Montreal finishing at that spot in the Atlantic, but missing the playoffs. And that's because LeBlanc, well, you got to monitor the Metropolitan Division preview. So for those who watch that, you'll know that there's a certain team out of the playoffs that is the reason why Montreal makes it. But I have the Rangers coming back into the playoffs this year. So that's why Montreal is getting exited out. But I do want to say, like, it's not like there's like this massive gap between them and 4. No, it's going to be like a point or 2.
Yeah, no, I'll agree with that. I think Montreal did improve, but they didn't improve the particular glaring needs that they needed.
Yeah.
And the media will spin it like Montreal did all this stuff to improve, and they're going to be, and I've seen it. Montreal's going to be a top 3 team in the Atlantic. I don't see that. And
no, anybody's just
Demidov 100-point season. It's happening. Let's relax. Like let's give the kids some time to play, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah. So again, like, this isn't me being a Montreal hater because I like this team, but again, I look at this roster and I look at the other ones. Like, I think Ottawa got better. I think Montreal got better. I'll say that. I think Ottawa got better. I think Tampa got better. I think Toronto definitely got worse. Toronto will be better. Florida's the same.
I'll say it when we get to there. But yeah, Montreal, I'm going to play it safe because, if I don't have in the playoffs, how dare LeBlanc have Montreal in the playoffs?
It's bad if you do it. If I do it, it's just like, it's just him.
Yeah, but if I do it, he's a Habs hater. Yeah, and?
So there's that. But yeah, I don't have Montreal in the playoffs. And it's sad to say, like, I'm not saying they're going to be awful next year. I can't say that enough, but it's an honest man's opinion. And if you disagree, screw you. I'm kidding.
For me, I have Montreal. There will be the last wild card again.
Yeah,
I think there's a chance. I will say this. I'll be nice. There might be a chance they prove me wrong. I'm not saying they're going to be top 3 in the Atlantic, but they could be the first wild card.
I can't see a world where they get into the top 3.
I don't.
They're not better than any of those teams in the top 3 by a remote, like,
by a good margin.
Yeah, it's a massive margin. So just want to put that out there. Okay, let's move on from Montreal. We got the Ottawa Senators, LeBlanc's favorite team. So the Ottawa Senators last year finished 4th in the Atlantic, made the playoffs for the first time. They were 45-30-7 for 97 points. They went out, they acquired some guys. They brought in Ole Lykesell, Lars Eller, Arthur Kaliev, and Jordan Spence are the new acquisitions. They let go of guys like Adam Gaudette, Anton Forsberg, and Travis Hamonic are the guys who have left the Ottawa Senators. So, LeBlanc, heart over hype. How is your heart feeling about the Ottawa Senators? See what I did?
We're going to the chip. We're going to the chip. Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
No, we're not. Anyway, I can't say fully that we're going to the chip. Ottawa improved pretty nicely. They did, I would say, addition by subtraction too.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
First of all, Travis Hamonic is gone. Second of all, Forsberg is now out of the picture with Marilainen. Basically, Marilainen stole his job. Basically,
pretty much.
I like that addition. Bring in Jordan Spence was a very good addition. I like the add of Lars Eller. Kaliev could be a good bottom six sniper. As you know, Ottawa last year was one of the worst teams at 5-on-5. So bringing in 5-on-5 scoring is they need that.
Yep.
They really did need that. So I like those additions. Ottawa should improve on where they left off. They should go right to where they left off. Tkachuk, expecting him to be fully healthy this year. Until the Olympics, when he actually does get injured again.
That always happens.
I think him fully healthy, like a fully healthy Ottawa Senators team, I believe they could be the third team in the Atlantic.
Possibly. I gotta ask you, is Nick Jensen healthy?
No.
Okay, so he's gonna miss some time.
Jensen might not be back till November. He might not be back till November. That's why they got Spence. That's why they brought in guys like Lassie Thompson. That's why they signed up. And that's why Yakimchuk might make the team.
Maybe.
I don't think he's there yet, though. But
maybe they give him a little bit of a stint, give him a shot. Because last year he barely missed out. So
we thought last year he made the team out of training camp.
Yeah, until like the last day before the season.
He played so well in the preseason.
Yep.
And they sent him back to the Hitmen, which was eventually that was the right decision to do.
That was the right decision from the get-go, to be honest with you. But anyway, all right. Ottawa, my opinion on them. I like the guys they added in. I like Jordan Spence. I love Jordan Spence. I think not only that, getting rid of Forsberg was the right move. I think they have one of the more underappreciated goalie tandems in the league. I like their center depth. I do have some qualms, though. I really want Pinto and Greg to take steps. I really want it to happen. I love those two players. So it definitely needs to happen there for sure. Our Eller will come in there, be a good fourth-line center acquisition. Again, I think I like the forward core, top to bottom. I think it's solid. I do like the defense. The add of Jordan Spence in there, I think, is going to work out. Tyler Clevin. I think with Jensen being out, Montemalo is going to get a shot to really gain a roster spot here too. And then obviously Yakimchuk you mentioned there as well. So above all, I think the Senators, I don't really think they're going to finish third. They're going to be fourth, but I'm going to be blunt with you. They're going to be fourth by like a pretty wide margin, in my opinion.
Really?
I think so. I really think so.
Because I'm putting on my defense cap. Ottawa missed being the free seed by 1 point last year.
They did. I mean, I'm not saying that they're gonna miss. They have no chance of getting it, but I think it's just gonna be one of those instances where they miss out by like a point.
I mean, it's fine. Like I'm not considering like, oh, no, I get it. This is how it is.
Biased.
But I'm looking forward to seeing guys like Dylan Cousins going. If you remember when Ottawa acquired Cousins, he was lighting it up. He got 16 points in 20 games. Zetterlund, I want to see him bounce back and actually get to what he was in San Jose. Tyler Clevin, he came in last year, was a very big part of that defense. I want to see if he can continue to make those strides.
Yep. Who's your MVP? Oh, it's Stu. That's all.
My MVP is Jake Sanderson.
That's a good pick as well. Very good pick. Sleeper.
Who Jake Sanderson is winning the Norris, by the way. Just want to let you know before it happens. Spoiler
I
alert.
need to end the show now. It's over. Who's your sleeper?
My breakout is Ridley Gregg.
Mine's Pinto. I was gonna go with whichever one you didn't pick. Again, I like
Okay.
those two players, and I'm hoping that they have a big season this year.
There's a rumor going around that Pinto might be the 2 seed this year.
Hey, if depending on how the training camp goes, not impossible he beats out Dylan Cousins.
I don't know if you saw it, but there was a photo. If you know Travis Green, you know how hard his training camps are. Guys are thrown up everywhere. It's a very intense training camp. It was Travis Green training camp has taken its first victim, and it's literally a picture of Dylan Cousins on the ice like he's dead.
I will also say shout out to Fabian Zetterlund. He could be another guy who you look at there too as a sleeper player. Rookie. Only option really is, I guess Marilyn's still a rookie, technically.
Marilyn is still a rookie, so I'm going to take him. But shout out Carter Yakimchuk, though.
I'll go Yakimchuk if he makes the team. Why not?
I have Ottawa finishing 4th in the Atlantic, being the first wild card.
So you had this whole thing about disagreeing with me, and then you have them in the same spot as I do.
Because I like to play it safe.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough.
In this entire series, the only series hot take I had was New Jersey in 5th.
Pretty much, yeah. I played it safe with that. Not everything else, though. Yeah. All right. So Ottawa, very interesting team. I'm excited to see what they're going to do. I watched their preseason game today against Toronto.
Watched a little bit of it.
Some nice fights. It was fun. All right.
I got to see Michael Pozzetta doing goon stuff after the whistle. That's always fun.
Is he on Toronto now?
Yes, he's the one who got after Ridley Gregg.
Yeah, interesting. All right, Stanley Cup champions, Florida Panthers are up next on the docket. They finished with a 47-31-4 record for 98 points last year, but who gives a fuck because they won the cup? Guys that they acquired, they brought in Jeff Petrie, Danil Tarasov, and Brandon Bussey. Yeah, of course. I figured you would bring in the Febreze for Petrie. The guys they let go of: Nate Schmidt, Vitek Vanacek, Nico Sturm, and Jesse Puljujärvi are the guys who are no longer on the Dallas.
They have Puljujärvi? They had pool party?
They did. He was on Charlotte. He wasn't up in the NHL. Maybe he got a ring. Who the hell knows?
I don't think so.
Florida, very deep. Very deep. Forward core has no changes, pretty much.
Very injured, though.
They are. Matthew Tkachuk will not play for the first couple months. So that is a concern, but it's not. I'm not terrified. That happened last year, and they were fine.
Isn't it Tkachuk and isn't it 2 other players? I'm trying to remember who else is injured. Now that we're talking about it, there's 2 other players who are injured. Is it Reinhardt?
No, I know Tkachuk's the only one.
I swear to you, there's another. Isn't it?
I'll look it up, but give me your thoughts on Florida.
Right. Florida is deep all around. They just won back-to-back cups. There's nothing about Florida, and they got better. They got better at the deadline last year, and they kept everybody.
Pretty much all the deadline players they got or have been kept. It's kind of wild.
Yeah. Florida is just a juggernaut, and I think they'll continue to be a juggernaut. They're the team to beat.
I know. Yeah, I think there's a really good chance they three-peat. There is a.
It would be the first three-peat in NHL history. Salary cap era.
Yeah. For Tampa Bay, who was one team that came in there, who obviously
they got tired. They ran out of gas eventually.
Here's the thing with Tampa Bay. The other guy, by the way, LeBlanc, is Nosek. He was on injured.
Okay, Nosek.
Yeah. So it's just Tkachuk and Nosek. Here's the thing with Tampa Bay that's different from Florida. Tampa Bay had 3 Stanley Cup runs in the span of 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, you look at Florida, Tampa was just tired. You go through that many runs, play that many games of playoff hockey, and such a short amount of time, comparatively speaking, is wild. So there's that. Florida was able to maintain this over a couple of years. Yeah, they dealt with injuries, but the team still looks dynamic and very healthy, and they will, mind you, they will go far next year. Like it's almost without question. Unless if there's a massive upset, they will go far. 100%. Who is your MVP?
My MVP is Alexander Barkov.
Good pick. Good pick. That's probably the safest pick you could go with. My MVP is going to be actually Sergei Bobrovsky.
Okay.
So just going with a different guy off the board
fair.
there. Sleeper / breakout. Mackie Samoskevich. There you go. That is somebody who I love on Florida. Like one of my favorite players. Little dynamic side to him. Hardworking player. Was good last year, honestly. So
and
like
the Cup champion.
He is a Cup champion. So like I think he's going to be a guy that really breaks out this year. And is very exciting. Rookies. Nobody.
Isn't Samoskevich a rookie?
I don't think technically, no. I think he played too many games last year. Let me look it up. I don't think he's a rookie. No, he played 72 games last year. He's definitely not a rookie.
Oh shit! No, he's not a rookie.
Definitely. No, he only played 4 in the playoffs. That's why like you might think he's a rookie. No, he's definitely not. But yeah, apart from that, there's like nobody. I'm even looking at like the article that I have here. It says the only guy who's like somewhat young is Samoskevich. So there you go. I mean, is Danil Tarasov a rookie? No, he can't.
No, I saw him play last year.
Yeah, he can't be. Yeah, definitely not. 65 games, no way. Yeah, no rookie. Where do you have Florida finishing?
I have Florida in third.
I could see Florida winning the division. It's not out of the question. I do have them third as well.
So I have a question for you because a couple weeks ago, you were telling me that you could see Florida finishing fourth because of all the injuries.
Because they also play on cruise control. Florida is a very polarizing team. Wherever they finish in the Atlantic, you know that they're gonna dominate in the playoffs. It happens.
Also, I don't know if you remember this, but like I think not last year, but 2 years ago, I think both of us, or just me, had Florida in 7th, and I'm not doing that again. We're not falling with that again.
No, we didn't.
2 years ago?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, no, we didn't. No,
yeah,
you're right.
No, we didn't. Yeah, that was is probably the worst take we've ever had. And that's why I'm scared to like hate on teams. Because whenever I hate on them, they end up winning the fucking cup. It's like screw you. I did this at Vegas in 22-23, and they won the cup. So I'm just gonna stop.
So chat, whoever we pick is gonna be bad. So New Jersey's winning the cup.
Yeah, honestly, or what? Boston?
Boston.
Who knows? All right. Florida's Florida. Moving on then to a team that is across the state. You have Tampa Bay, who went 47, 27, and 8 last year for 102 points. They were second in the Atlantic Division. Yeah, Tampa Bay, not surprising. The guys they brought in, Pontus Holmberg, Jacob Pelletier, the guys they let go of, Luke Glendening, Cam Atkinson, and Nick Perbix. Not a lot of changes to the Bolts. I think they're going to be about the same.
Yep. Not much to be done. Like obviously you could argue that after the 3 straight first round exits, they probably need to change something up.
There's going to be more pressure for sure. There will be more pressure. 100%.
I really do like this Tampa team. Once again, top 6, phenomenal. Defensive core, phenomenal. Goaltending, phenomenal. Their bottom 6 might be one of the weakest bottom 6s outside of Boston.
It's definitely, I honestly think it's like the second worst. Like I'm not a fan. I'm not a huge fan of their bottom 6.
Very top heavy.
Better than Boston. Very top heavy. Sure. Yeah, very top heavy. I think it's better than Buffalo's actually, but it's not very strong.
I'll take Buffalo's on this one, but
really, okay.
Yes. But here's the thing: they're so top heavy that they can be carried.
Literally, yeah. Yeah. Who's your MVP?
Kucherov.
I got Vazzy. Vazzy's my MVP. So there you go.
Breakout.
Oops, sorry.
Breakout. Gage.
My boy Gage Gonzalez. Hell yeah. I love Gage. Gage is one of my favorite players in the league.
Yeah,
honestly.
he'll get a chance in that top 6, so I think he's gonna have a very good year. I have Tampa. Now I just shit on their bottom 6. I have Tampa winning the division.
I do as well. I know I just shitted on their bottom 6, but man, I think this team's going to be great this year. I think with the way Toronto is going to downsize and Florida is just Florida, they won the division, but no matter where they finish, they're going to play good in the playoffs.
You can argue that any of those 3 could win the division.
You could. I don't think Toronto does though. But yeah, I think Tampa wins the division as well. So I agree with that.
Yeah. And our last one is Toronto. But speaking of Toronto, before we get into that, have you seen Matthews getting pissed off about all the Marner questions?
I did see that. He's like, you guys have 2 weeks, which is absolutely valid. Like, he's not on the team anymore. Like, I would get it if like we're at the point where it's like, oh, it's Vegas is coming to town, and you can ask him.
Yeah, but you seem to forget this is the Toronto media. They don't stop.
This is the fucking preseason Toronto media. September.
And I remember last year. Oh, is it time to hit the panic button? It's the fucking preseason.
Yeah. Well, like, what the hell are we doing here? But anyway, yeah. So Toronto last year, they won the division, finished 52, 26-4 for 108 points. They went in there, they beat Ottawa, they lost to Florida. The guys they brought in Matthias Micheli, Nicholas Waugh, Dakota Joshua, and Henry Thrun. The guys they let go of, Mitch Marner, Max Pacioretty, and Pontus Holmberg. And also,
God, it smells like overrated. Oh my God. Oh my God.
No.
I'm joking.
So I was watching the Sportsnet intermission today because ESPN has that for the first time ever, by the way. They asked, where is the 102 points going to come from in this team? And I don't know who it was. I don't remember these people's names. Somebody said that it's not going to come from anywhere. Like, you're not going to be able to replicate those amount of points.
It's I agree with. BXO.
I don't think it was BXO. It's preseason press. Remember, it's irrelevant people.
I don't know who was. I didn't watch. I purposely, when it's intermission, I purposely walk away. Like, I cannot listen to the Toronto media just like glug 3,000 the Leafs. I can't do it anymore.
It's supposed to be a family-friendly.
It's just the truth. I'm sorry.
It is. All right. Actually, talking about the team and not the media. I like the top. Like, this team's still good. Like, I want to keep that in mind. But
very good.
You're missing a gaping hole in this roster. Matthias Micheli, I think, will be better than he was in Utah. He's going to have a lot more ice time to prove himself. Nicholas Waugh, good third-line center, provides additional depth scoring in the playoffs. Dakota Joshua will be a good fourth liner. The defensive core, I think, is still solid, and I like the goaltending.
I think Toronto's bringing in those ads. I think those ads are going to equal to Marner. Maybe not equal to Marner's point total, but this team's going to be so much harder to play against.
Absolutely, I agree.
But yeah, you're missing Marner, and I'll be honest. There's a world where Toronto could maybe. No, I'm not gonna. No. There's no world that happens. The world is.
Say that. Oh my God! Don't speak that.
There's a world where they finish third in the division. I'll say that.
Well, yeah, definitely. I can see that.
Okay, there. Yeah.
Anything
I was gonna say.
that.
What was I gonna say? The world where they missed the playoffs. I wasn't gonna say that.
So I do have something to ask you here. Actually, I'll wait till the end. Who is your MVP?
William Nylander.
Ooh, I got Matthews, obviously.
Okay.
Sleeper player / breakout guy.
So I thought about it as hard as I could, so I contacted my Leafs friend, and I'm gonna go with Easton Cowan.
Ooh, interesting.
For
I
my-
have
for-
Michelle.
Yeah, or I was gonna say Michelle, but I thought you were gonna say him, so I went with Cowan.
Rookie's got to be Cowan. Like if
Rookie's Cowan, yeah. So
But-
I did for both.
I will say this: I think Cowan is going to be in the AHL.
I think so too. He asked me if they need to be on the roster. I'm like, just give me any French player. That might make the roster.
Say French player.
Fringe player.
I said French. I'm like Cowan ain't French. This also was in Montreal. But yeah, I mean Cowan. I think will spend the year with the Marlies. But it's not impossible that he makes the team. Like I'm not gonna say that it's out of the question, but I don't know. All right, where do you have Toronto finishing? Then I'll ask you the grueling question.
I got him second in the division.
I also have them second in the division. So there you go.
So did we just clean sweep this entire freaking division?
No, we had Boston and Buffalo that we disagreed with.
Okay, but like the six are all the same for us. I mean that's here's the thing about this. When we do this, like usually we have like we always are on the same page. It's weird.
Because we're talking, we're like best friends, and we agree with everything we do. So yeah, there's that. All right. So I have one more grueling question for you before we read off our final standings, actually in order. So Carter, friend of the show, Carter on the Nordcast, had a hot take with Mike Bartner because he joined the show as well, discussing the fact that he thinks in a hot take that Toronto may not be the best team in Ontario now. Maybe not standings wise, but may not be the best team in Ontario. So I gotta ask you for your input on this. And for those who didn't watch the episode, go watch it. It's a banger. And Carter really went in depth with it and did a good job. But I want to know what your thoughts are.
So, and I'm gonna when I do this for teams, I do this by like position groups usually when I evaluate teams.
Yeah,
forwards. I think I got to go with Toronto. They have more depth in their forward core than Ottawa does. It's close though. Defensively, I'm taking Ottawa. I'll be honest. I'm taking Ottawa all day. Ottawa has better. I think Ottawa has better quality in their defense core. Toronto has more depth. Ottawa has more quality though. Like Toronto does not have a guy like Jake Sanderson. I would even argue that Thomas Chabot might be better than everyone in that Toronto D-core.
Yep.
Ottawa's got good depth on the back end. Goaltending wise, I'll be honest, it's a tie.
It is. So I think both teams have a very good tandem.
Just hang on. But I'm gonna still lean Toronto. Ottawa hasn't proved that until Ottawa takes that next step there. It's still gonna be Toronto.
Respectfully, I think Toronto has more star power than Ottawa, even still.
Yeah, and Toronto has more star power. They have better offensive production up front. And until Ottawa proves that they can get over Toronto in the standings, seeing is believing. Yep. I'm not going to see it. I won't believe it till I see it happen. And until it happens, Ottawa is still going to be not the best team in Ontario. I hate to say it because I hate those guys. I don't like that team at all. But I feel like Ottawa still has maybe a year or two to go before they're legit contenders.
You know what, LeBlanc? Someday they will be at some point. So, yeah. I thought I'd ask you that question because we went in depth with it on the Nordcast, and I thought it was a fun topic to bring up. All right. So that does it for the Atlantic preview. Give me your final standings. I'll read off mine as well.
8-1 or 1-8?
It doesn't matter.
So, Buffalo, Boston, Detroit, Montreal in the wild card spot, Ottawa in the wild card spot, Florida, Toronto, Tampa.
There you go. All right. So then who is your MVP for the Atlantic? We've been doing that for a series as well.
I'm going to say Kucherov.
Good pick. All right. So my standings. Sorry, I'm just writing down his MVP real quick. My standings, I have Bolts first, Maple Leafs second, Panthers 3rd, Senators 4th, making playoffs. Canadiens 5th, Red Wings 6th, Sabres 7th, and Bruins are dead last for me. My MVP is going to be I'll go with Matthews. Matthews is my MVP for the Atlantic this year. Okay, so there you go. That is the Atlantic Division.